Hello, YouTube. This is Uncle John, and we are back in Breath of the Wild, and we are in the Elden region, and we are going to head towards the southern mine. So, farming some lizards, we got down into that little area by that lake, and the fastest way to get out of that was just to warp back to the shrine by the stable. And while we're there, we are going to pick up a few supplies and head to the dangerous part of the Elden region where the Gorons live. So, we will get right to that. Today, to keep my throat moist, we are drinking tropical punch flavored beverage from HEB, made with their powder. HEB is a local grocery store here in Texas where I live. And they have not sponsored this video, but I would be absolutely thrilled to be sponsored by them. We are picking up a few more lizards because we do need to have plenty of them. They are going to be needed not only for the quest that we are going to be doing, but they're also going to be needed to upgrade the Flamebreaker set as we get it. So we need a lot of lizards, and actually we need some smotherwing butterflies too, which I have not started collecting, and which I do not believe that I collect any of in this video either. Now, for any of you who have not been following me, this was actually recorded in February, and it is now May when I'm doing the voiceover on it, so I have been having to review the episode and then actually take notes to follow along myself with, because I don't necessarily remember everything that I've done. So this lady sells fireproof potions, and we go ahead and we purchase 3 of them to at a discount from her. So it's 60 rupees for 1, 110 for 2, or 150 for 3. So we go ahead and take the 3, and we do not quaff them immediately because, well, that's not going to be necessary for us. Excuse me. I'm recording this after work, which means that I will get fewer telemarketing interruptions. But I still have my phone muted. But I was feeling a little sick before work, and I'm still not completely okay, but I'm feeling way better than I was. So we're gonna try and get this muscled through and get it where I can actually schedule an upload for once. Okay, so we are avoiding the road because there are guardians along the road, and with our gear and the number of hearts we have, I do not feel particularly comfortable taking on guardians unnecessarily. When we are not particularly close to lizards, or don't know that we are particularly close to lizards, I am simply going to do regular walking, even though it will scare them away, because, well, why not? On some of Ozone B's videos, I've commented about his archery skills in Tears of the Kingdom. I generally just rely on eyes, which means that when I'm going back to Breath of the Wild, I can have some problems. And those Elden Ostriches definitely demonstrated that for you. I'm trying to figure out the best way across this giant hot spring river. And I am seriously missing Tulin right now. So along here we're going to run into some fire keys. I just saw one of them. Not keys. Fire choo-choos. Which give us red choo-choo jelly. And some people are not aware of this, but choo-choo jelly is infinitely malleable. So you can turn red choo-choo jelly into yellow choo-choo jelly, yellow choo-choo jelly into red choo-choo jelly, either of them into white choo-choo jelly. And in Tears of the Kingdom, you can turn any of them into blue choo-choo jelly as well, depending on what you need for whatever situation you have. Now we are very close to the Elden Sheikah Tower, so we are going to go ahead and climb that. Now, I happen to be a big fan of set bonuses, but we are not going for the set bonus just yet for the Flamebreaker armor. And since we've got a lot of pictures that were taken just for the compendium, we're going through and we're deleting the pictures that we don't need anymore. Down in the comments, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing a video about the FFmpeg scripts that I use to actually do my post-processing on my videos. Because I do have some updated ones, and I've made some improvements to them. So if anybody's interested, we can get to work on that. Some more fire choo-choos off to the left, but I don't think I'm messing with them right now. The malleability of the choo-choo jelly comes in handy when you are upgrading armor, because all of the choo-choo jellies are required for different types of armor upgrades. But since any type of choo-choo jelly can be used to turn into any other type of choo-choo jelly by exposing it to the appropriate element, you can use a thunder blade or a flame blade or a frost blade to appropriately modify whatever you happen to have. So here is the Alden Tower, and it is actually one of the more straightforward towers to climb. We are going to cheat ourselves up a ways because this hill overlooks it, and it gets us nearly up to the first pedestal with no energy expenditure, with no stamina expenditure. And then there's only the next platform where we will regain some stamina, and then the top itself. So we are going to just go ahead and approach the top. And this will give us a nice little map of the region. And remember, everything on my channel is recorded live, except for the B-roll, which is still recorded in a solid take. Not necessarily one take, but a solid take. I had a few flub-ups early in the video and deleted them and started over. And this is to a not completely terrible extent because my older computers were not really capable of running video editing software competently, and my new computer doesn't have very much memory on it to run the video editing software that would actually allow me to do splicing and whatnot. So I'm just working with necessities. Okay, and we have gear that is burning, and I'm trying to figure out what it is, and it is actually my bow. So we need to change to a metal bow or an ancient or guardian bow, so that it won't burn up in the Alden region. And there is the blood boon sound, which is a bit inconvenient, but we are avoiding bad guys anyway right now. And that was an incredibly good haul from that rare ore vein.
The blood moon rises once again.
I do love Zelda's voice in this game. And that hot spring will now heal us up of all of the damage that we took from the Lizalfos, but we are not staying there long enough to fully heal. We don't go deep enough into the next hot spring to heal at all. And there I'm just looking at the map to figure out where I want to go. The southern mine is along the road, but we are attempting to avoid the road. Because roads have a habit of going straight from point A to point B. And so if you're looking for someone who you think is going between point A and point B, they are a good place to set an ambush for them. So if you avoid the roads, then you're a lot harder to ambush. Except that then you also run into other more random things, like this big boy here. But we managed to sneak strike him with a Liziel tri-boomerang. Dig, dig, dig. All I want to do is dig. I won't stop till I find the secret. Okay, so our bomb does not open that up any. That's Tyr's thinking. They hadn't implemented it yet. Actually, it's not entirely Tyr's thinking because there are destructible rocks in this game. Accidental screenshot. Hitting the wrong button trying to go to the map. So we set a waypoint with the map. And we quaff our second fireproof elixir because the first one ran out. And right here we go past our objective. Because I'm kind of dumb. Those are falling rocks from Varudan. We did manage to kill one of those Elden ostriches, but it was in an area where it would cook instantly. Now, one of the things to remember about that is Valrudania up there on that mountain, and it is kind of an impressive sight. I mean, it's a divine beast. They are all kind of impressive sights. And I do not believe that I did any divine beasts on my backlog. So perhaps I'll have to do that when I am back to properly playing. Okay, so we set that pin right by the shop instead of... Excuse me, right by the shop instead of on the shop because it's easier to remove. Okay, So this guy's going to lead us over to the shop. Doing a Goron roll, of course. When we get to the shop, they have the full Flamebreaker armor. Well, if we get the Flamebreaker boots, it's not that expensive. And it'll let us stop needing to worry about the fireproof elixirs. But we are still going to go to the southern mine because we have some friends to meet there. And since we can get the Flamebreaker armor piece there for free, we are not buying the Flamebreaker armor or the Flamebreaker, and we just didn't buy the Flamebreaker helmet because we only need one stage of fireproof for this. Now we are on our way to the southern mine, and we are taking the road because we don't have a lot of choice to not miss our goal. Southern mine. And yet more farming of some lizards. Can never have enough lizards. And then once we collect these lizards, we're also going to smash some rocks. Quite honestly, when you're doing this quest, you can just collect all your lizards in this area. It's very fast. But I'm kind of paranoid, if you haven't figured that out from watching me play this and Might and Magic. I tend to play very conservatively until I lose my temper or let the battle lust come over me and no longer play conservatively. So now we are going to look for the Hylian man. Oh, hey, perfect. You showed up just at the right time. I'm on my way back to Goron City. I wanted to capture some of those fireproof lizards that live here on Death Mountain. Say, you look pretty speedy. I bet you could catch a ton. If you bring me 10, I'll give you a Flamebreaker armor. I already caught him. Wow, look at all the fireproof lizards. You actually managed to chase down 10. Well, a deal's a deal. Thanks, buddy. Here's this. So now we've got the Flamebreaker armor and the Flamebreaker boots, which is going to be enough for us to be able to get get Yunobo rescued. He is not yet our little boulder buddy. Though he kind of is. He has the power to use Daruk's protection in this one. So, to avoid any potential fights and to speed stuff up, we are hang gliding using these updrafts to get back to Goron City. And we're almost out of time, and I'm almost out of video, so why don't you go down below and hit the like button, leave me a comment, especially if you've got anything you'd like to see me make in the near future. Maybe suggest some more video games that I could be playing. And remember, if you have any artwork, I can put it over here if it is 1280 by 320, or I can put it up here if it is 600 by 640. And I am willing to overlay it on one of the images that I already have there. They were just generated using the lava script foo in the GIMP with different default gradients. And I am not particularly happy with this gradient, but I would really rather have someone else's stuff up there. Anybody who might be able to get me some sponsorships, let me know. We can negotiate. I will be happy to negotiate and read some ad copy. But just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We are going to make our way over to this shrine, but we do not have time to do the shrine today. So this is pretty much it. So next time we are going to start with the I do go into the shrine. I misremembered that. Or do I? No, I think that this is where I realized